Hey there, YouTube fans. This is DS66, aka CBooBoo66, PS3 and 360. Just to say straight up, don't mind me. I'm pretty tips out there with my buddies and everything like that. Um, just to go down on a serious note, I really just wanted to make this video because we were actually going into this whole discussion about all these things that were going on in the whole world, like from the soccer, go Argentina, and downwards to the whole gaming thing, with my buddies and such. Um, we were actually going through this whole discussion about the whole E3 thing that was going on right now. Just to say straight up, like E3 this year was very well promising. All the conferences have been passed, all the game footages have been posted, and everything like that. Um, we were really excited for Gears of War 3 and Dead Space 2. Both games were very promising. Especially Gears of War 2 and 1 and Dead Space 1. All games were actually really good, and we really hope that the third one and the second one will be promising. We actually have the high expectation that it will be. There's other stuff coming up too. Especially for you Assassin's Creed fans out there. Brotherhood is coming out soon times. Um, Me in general, it's not one of the games I would usually play. But you know what though, in all honest opinion, I really think that game will be promising and everything like that. But yeah, like just going through the whole E3 details of what's coming out. There was some stuff I was actually surprised at. Like Microsoft, for instance. They're coming out with the Xbox Slim. Go figure. Once the system goes thin, they're gonna have to try beating that as two, right? But it was kind of surprising, and it was kind of funny too, especially since the Slim is actually gonna look like an hourglass or something like that. Um, which was a pretty funny design. But you know what? If that's the way they could get a Slim, then like go knock yourself out. If anything like that. Um, it's I actually found it really fantastic that they actually made a built-in Wi-Fi, which is really good, especially for the gamers that they're pretty distant from their modems and they can't use the Ethernet cable towards it, so they have to rely on the wireless network. It is promising and everything like that, but just to say straight up to everyone out there, take consideration that these are first generation systems now. Um, you never know if maybe it's a hype up thing and you buy it and then it ends up being fucked up and all that crap. Just take consideration just to know that it's always first gens, so they're not gonna be as promising as you would think and everything like that, right? So just remember that, and especially like all you young kids and everything like that. And like I'm gonna say this straight up right now because it really annoys me, especially at work, like hardcore. Just because E3 announced the Slim doesn't automatically mean it's out on that specific day. Okay. Um, just to say straight up, like EB Games right now, we will be getting the systems in a week time. So you will be getting them. Just remember that it's not doesn't automatically mean it's out to every store impossible just because they announced it right away and everything like that. All right, so just keep it at that. Um, I did laugh a bit just because everyone was all hyped up about Project NATO, and then all of a sudden they decide to rename it to Project Connect, and I honestly don't even know the reason why. Like Project Connect. Like, do you honestly think that's like a proper name and everything like that? Um, but you know what? If Microsoft decides to put it like that, that's their job. But honestly, I really think Project NATO was a proper name for it and everything like that. Um, and continuing off with all that, um, I was really hyped. I was really happy towards all the majority of info that I was getting from E3. I know some kids or everyone in general weren't being that hyped up from the games they're getting released and everything like that. I know releases were pretty slow this year, but you know what though, 2011's coming out. Everyone's taking the majority of stuff, so you know what, keep posted. In other notes, we were also discussing about a company wise and everything like that. If all of you don't know, just to tell you straight up, Midway is actually in bankruptcy. Can you believe that? Releases like Unreal Tournament totally fucked up the company. So I wasn't too sure. Actually, I should double check this right now. I wasn't too sure if Midway did re-release Mortal Kombat since they were mostly the companies that always did it. Um, I would really hope that if they do release Mortal Kombat, the new one out, that maybe it might be a boost up for their company. But you know what? Just in all honesty, man, Unreal Tournament totally fucked the whole company over. It was really disappointing. As repetitive and fun as it was, it had nothing. And I'm saying this straight out from here, man. And I'm very supportive of certain companies and certain games and such like that. Um, also, I got so pissed off at this actually, because we were reading in a magazine and literally, we found out that Roger Ebert, this guy literally is like one of the top hardcore critic movies out there, totally dissing out that games isn't a work of art. So I'm gonna say it straight out. And Roger, I don't even know if you even do take the time to watch YouTube and such like that, but I really hope maybe one day you'll see this video right here. I would like to say go fuck yourself, like straight up, right? Um, movies have been out there so long. I don't even know how many times, like how many movies were actually shit, nor to the part of art. Like I really don't know how you would think games are not an art, right? Um, I know movies have been out there longer than gaming, but the progress of stuff that's come out, like a lot of people take the time and passion to actually expand the emotion of these games, especially for everyone in the world, right? Like, I know I was reading like in the magazines and you're like, you were dissing out like how many of these games were really worthless and they're pathetic and they're not even like, worth the time of people. Like that's where I think you kind of dropped the line, dude. Like examples wise, like Shadow Colossus, like that game in general, as majority of it was it for PS2, it had the most like artistic view of like realistic creatures as you could get, especially the reason why you know, um, the main character was killing them, like you had to feel an emotion towards that, right? And that's what art is. Art is always the part of feeling, right? If you can't get any emotional towards any pieces of art, then it's obviously nothing. But gamers out there, man, they take the passion so hard on towards like what people are trying to create for you, right? Like obviously even I shed a tear for Gears of War 2, man. When like Dom killed his wife, like if that's not art on how the atmosphere was, the music and how they actually propered that, then you know what? Then I could have been like, oh wow, way to go. They fucked it up. They killed the wife and everything. Like no, I felt something for that. So you know what? Like don't think that gaming in general is like nothing. Okay, people actually take the time for these, and honestly, I give them much respect because they're taking their time, their life, and like everything in general just to create something for everyone to enjoy, right? So I don't know, like if you're like maybe let's like dude, like I'm fucking like what 70 years old, haven't got laid with a short midget, white hair, glasses freak or some shit like that, dude. Like honestly, like take the time to actually try it out, right, and enjoy it. Just like take the time to look at it and just understand what people are trying to do, right? If not, then you know what, then like Jesus Christ, man, I hope you get like a floppy dick and just like go jack yourself off somewhere or some shit like that. But yeah, man, like just discussion wise, we were just going through all this and yeah, honestly, people out there, if you guys haven't checked out E3 yet, then check it out right now. Just take the time to actually look what's coming up, and honestly, you'll be very, very promised. And yeah, to you, Roger, it's just not gonna work, dude. Honestly, but yeah, YouTube, take it easy. This is Cebu 66 once again, and take it easy, guys.